What's up, happy people, and welcome to another Albion Online Hardcore Expedition tutorial video. And today, we're talking about Fishy Business 15. I'm going to show you guys how I pull this dungeon, and the things that you need to do on how to pull. I'm going to show you guys how to mass pull in this dungeon, my rotation, so you can fame farm while doing a regular run. Okay, so in this first part, you just lure everything in there, the thief and all the rats, including these two small mobs, and then just stand them when they're all in together now, and then activate your breach watch cape to endure some of the damages that this thief is doing, and then root and then move away, and then just wait for it until the DPS kill it. And on this second part, yeah guys, I cut it because that part is included in my old video and this one is the latest one. So just pull everything in here except for those two big mobs, and then stun them when they're in together now. And then this mob will activate the shield, just interrupt them when they activate the shield, and then wait for the cooldown of your stun. And then if you have the cooldown of your stun already, your E skill, you just drag these two other big mob on the other side. Yep. So dodge the skill and then stun them together, and then take the aggro. And before the duration of the stun expired, you activate your armor, so you won't die from the normal attack damages. And then just keep the aggro on you and wait for the DPS to do the job, to do the killing. And yep, so after the root expired, the second pull that you made on those two big mob will automatically activate the shield, so just stand it so the DPS can do the damages in there without reducing their DPS, and then just wait for it to be killed. And on the next part, I skip these two small mob and one archer. I go directly to the thief, to the checkpoint area. I'm just going to approach these mobs and then click my E to dodge the normal attack that these two big mobs will use. Okay, and then activate your armor to reduce the damage that you've been receiving, and then don't cancel the skill that it puts on the ground, cancel the skill that it puts on you. Okay, and then once you get the once you have your Q skill activated, you can easily drag those rats to those two big mobs. And while dragging those rats, just make sure that you activate your helm skill or your shield, so you won't take a lot of damage from those rats and also from the archer while approaching those two mobs. Okay, and on this next part, the chest part, I think I didn't do this, but you can drag those two small mobs using your Q skill, and then drag them here in the chest area. And then when you approach these three mobs, make sure you use your royal skill to dodge the first normal attack these three big mobs will use. Okay, and then for the second one, just use your stun to dodge it also, and then just wait for the DPS to do the killing. And once the archer is dead, you can just go near and then wait for the root to expire, and then once the shield mob activated shield, just stun it or root it to cancel it, to interrupt it, and then just wait for the DPS. Just always interrupt. If you have the skill to interrupt that shield mob, always interrupt that shield, so you won't spend a lot of time killing this mob. And then after this one, I'm going to the turret area where there's a turret and an archer. Okay, so why do I kill this part, guys? You will see it later because I'm going to drag the mini boss near to this area. That's why I want to kill these turrets, so it will not be so messy that I need to dodge a lot of skills. Okay, so just interrupt once you get activate of once the archer activate a single target skill on you, and then that's it. Then after killing the turrets, there will be another two big mobs, one archer and the bouncer. So just drag them together. Yep, so bouncer and the archer, just dodge it using your dodge and royal shoes. So they will be intact together, and then use your E skill to dodge the second normal attack. And then just dodge the AoEs, but and then interrupt the shield plus the single target that the archer is using. And then once the archer is killed, you drag these two small mob that is near to the sigil of the mini boss. Okay. Yep, and then just intact them together and use your root. As you can see, guys, you almost cleared all of the mobs in this area, right? So while doing the run, you can also fame farm. That's what I like about the most here in Fishy business and also in Lambert Lunacy. So in this part, guys, I will stand, yep, just north side of the sigil of the mini boss. Yep, as you can see, there's a stone in there. So just stand in there. So you will lure the mini boss and one archer on the north side. Okay, that one. So yep, just stand them together and then make sure to tell the DPS to kill the archer first, okay? Or else you will die. Activate your shield so you won't take that much damage. Okay, once the archer is dead, you can drag another batch of mobs. Here, just make sure to always pull them together to the mini boss, okay? So the DPS can kill them easily. Okay, after killing those two small mobs, you can drag the other mobs on the north side, the bouncer and those rats. Okay. Yep, but I think I made a mistake in here that I didn't use my Q skill. Yep, see? So the bouncer go directly to the DPS. I almost die also in there. Okay, just root them together so the bouncer will not move and also interrupting the shield and dodge the AoEs of this boss. So guys, you can also fame farming while killing the mini boss, so you won't waste so much time killing the boss and just killing the boss and without dragging any mobs. So the mini boss is dead. You can just wait for your E skill, and also you can also drag the bouncer to those two big mobs, the thief and the archer. So once your stun is on cooldown, you just tell your healer to go with you so you can drag those two big mobs also. right? Stun them to dodge the first two normal attack. Then activate your breach watch cape, and now the bouncer is here. Once the bouncer is near, make sure to activate your armor so you won't receive a lot of normal attack damage and might cost you your life. Remember, repair in a hardcore expedition is expensive. And after killing the archer, drag the thief to that small mob. Yeah, just make sure that if you have a blazing, make sure not to move that mob away from that E skill, the fire tornado. Okay. Okay, also on the next part, guys, as you can see, it's already clear in this area, right? So in this part, guys, wait for this fire mage to go in that area before pulling it, okay? So you won't die from pulling everything together. And then once you dodge the first normal attack of the fire mage, and then you approach the rats and the thief, make sure to activate your shield or your helm skill, and then pull them together, intact them together, and then use your E skill or your stun, and then establish your aggro. And then once you establish your aggro, you root them, and then you move away. Okay, see. So also, guys, I changed my offhand already from shield to leading game. I haven't bought a masterpiece yet, but I have an outstanding, and it really helps me a lot already. So in this part, guys, you just pull this rat and then throw a poison on this thief, and then drag them here on the bouncer and the healer. Just dodge the first normal attack by using your roll, and then once they are together, use your E skill and then activate your breach watch cape so you won't receive any damage. So you will receive less damage. And then uh, get the aggro, establish your aggro, and then root them and then move away. After the root, just stun them. I mean, so it will also uh, interrupt the shield of the bouncer. And after this one, after the thief died, you can drag the bouncer to those two fire mages. But you need to wait a little bit for your stun. Make sure that you have your E skill with you, cooldown. Don't drag those two fire mage without your E skill. Okay? Because you will use it to dodge those first two normal attacks. And then establish your aggro, and then once established, root them together and then move away. Okay, and let the DPS do the work. So once you get your E skill already, drag those small mob and those rats to those two fire mages, then dodge those first normal attack, and then root them again, and then move away. See. So once everything is cleared in this part, you just move away, just move, and then drag the bouncer on this part, throw poison, yep, and then put them together with this fire mage and healer and the small mob. Okay, roll to dodge the first normal attack of those mobs, and then E skill to stand them together. Then once you establish your aggro, you just root them and then move away. Wait for your cooldown. And before the root expires, get near, interrupt everything, and then root them again. And let the DPS do the work. See guys, you still have 15 minutes. That's a lot of time already to clean every mobs left except for the turrets. So in this part, you just drag those rats, and then drag those rats again. And once you attract the thief and the sealer, or just the thief, you use your rod and your royal shoes, and then towards the bouncer area. And then once you attract the bouncer, you use your helmet to put them all together, and then establish your aggro by activating your armor and then your Q skill, and then once you establish your aggro, just root them and then move away. Yeah, that's the mistake that I did in there. I didn't wait for the shield. I just automatically root it. But once you have your E skill again, you can just pull another group of mob, and the bouncer will come near to you. Yep, that's it. So if you guys are wondering why that bouncer shield up, even though it's not near to me, because it has a DOT from the fire mage that we have in the party. Okay, so once you establish your aggro, just root them again and then move away and let the DPS do the work. Yeah guys, see, as you can see, we cleared the two area where there are really a lot of mobs, while also running normally towards the boss, nearer to the boss. So in this part, just drag all the rats. Make sure to drag all the rats so you won't drag those mages and archer. Wow. Okay. Because if the mage walks towards near to those rats and you pull those rats, you might also attract the mage and it might kill you, or I mean, you can also tank it normally. But if you're not used to it, you might get killed from it. And then just take this one, the thief and the healer. So if you guys are wondering why I didn't take the other side, because those side does a lot of damage, especially with their AoE skill, and I might step on the wrong side and it might kill the healer or the DPS. So that's why I always choose this side. I mean, you can also kill the other side once you kill this side, but I mean, there's no point of killing it. Or if you're really advanced, I mean, you can just drag them all together if you know how to do it. I know how to do it because I've been doing it in 13 and 14 maps, but I'm just scared to mess up in 15, because if I messed up, everyone will be dead in the party. So in this part guys, just throw poison to the archer. If you drag the so if you don't drag the bouncer in this part, you just use your roll to dodge the normal attack of the archer far away while dragging them closer to the DPS. But if you drag these two archers with the bouncer, make sure to use your roll to the direction of the archers, so you will pull them three all together and you can stand them together at the same time. Okay, and then just drag them. Drag the bouncer with all the rats in this area and then stand them together and wait for the DPS to do the killing. Just interrupt all the shields so you won't lose so much time just killing for this map. And then for this boss guys, make sure to tell your DPS and your healer to kill the rats and the healer. Rats and healer, okay? Not just the healer, because rats does a lot of damage in HCE 15. And then after killing the healer, you reset the boss. So the boss will not activate the rage. And you can kill it easily. Okay, guys, I use Black Monk in this boss because Black Monk has an E skill that reduces the damage of the mobs or the players that stays on the AoE, and also the W skills reduces the normal attack speed of the mob or the player up to 40% I think, or 50%. So in this boss, guys, you will notice that there is a big cleave, right? That one that he uses, so it activates every 3 normal attack or if you travel a certain distance away from the boss. So as you can see, right? So it activates the boulder. So watch, guys, he just uses the cleave, right? So see, after the bounce, he immediately activates the big cleave. So that's when I noticed that it doesn't follow the 1 2 and then the big cleave. If you also travel a certain distance away from the boss, it will automatically activate the cleave once it approaches you. So yeah, so the healer is dead, reset it. I mean, I haven't perfect this boss yet, but I can tank it without dying using this Black Monk. So approach him, click Q, and then activate the E skill to reduce the damage of the boss. And then click, keep on spamming your Q so you won't lose the aggro. So I missed that dodge. So 1, 2, and on the third part, CC, it activates the big cleave, and then move away from the stone. Big cleave again. Then guys, see, 1, 2, see, it's not 1, 2, 3, because I travel a certain distance, that's why it activates it immediately, the big cleave. So I'm going to show you, see, so here, 1, it activates the big cleave. Every time I use that W skill, it automatically activates the big cleave. So just adjust, depends on the situation that you have in the boss, because there's no really a perfect counting for that big cleave. 1, 2, and then activate. See, 1 and then 2, activate, and then dodge the rolling stone. And then just always adjust for this on the situation in this boss. It's easy. So yeah, guys, that's how I tank Fishy Business 15. Hope you will learn a thing or two in here, and also will help you run this dungeon easily. So I hope to see you guys on my next video. See ya.